Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mention. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm recording this video for the second time. I had a glitch in my system. Looking forward to changing my phone very soon. I just wanted to congratulate you and congratulate us all because I have confirmed 2 days ago I had a meeting with a master from the Earth Council. His name is Adama, who kind of congratulated me or thank me for what I've done and to tell me that all was done. There was no need for more action. So I thank you very much for your participation in my in the contribution you made in my ascension plan, and I hope my contribution is making a contribution in your ascension plans. For we're still committed to the from a celestial plan. Everything is in the works. Everything has been settled. It's done. But then we still have Earth's plan in relationship to our soul, to the planet, to humanity. There are so many things on the Earth's plane that needs to be completed. Yet we can relax about there is no more. A lot of pressure will be coming down. So personally, I'm on a soul path that's really committed to a single timeline that is quite unique and that is associated with humanity and the collective consciousness to see the whole process through. I'm going to discuss a few ideas like time and space travel, hybridization, the clones, the certain extraterrestrials. I'm going to discuss different ideas. The first about, if it doesn't start raining too hard, first is about time and space travel. We're going to be developing time and space travel. We're going to be able to travel through space faster than the speed of light through opening portals and vortexes, and we're also going to be able to learn to travel back in time or future in time to connect with other parts of ourselves. For in the linear time, past, present, and future is rather fixed. But in the eternal moment of now, as we ascend, we'll realize that it's only cycle within cycle within cycle, and if we fold time or fold space, we are able to move from one point to another, and we don't even need technologies for that. But technologies will come to. Well, for the present is the accumulated of all those things of the past, basically. And what we seek is to have balance and joy in every moment. I want to discuss about hybridization program. There is there is a program that the Draco Reptilian are trying to create this hybridization program. I'm not going to talk so much about that one, but there are many positive hybridization programs for we are here to really solve many galactic problems, and one of them that was very famous is the Egyptian god. They get hybrided with different animals. They came with heads of animals to show their affiliation. For they came down in plasmic bodies, and they were not physical beings. They came from a much higher plane, from the Ra collective. Also another program of hybridization that will come into the consciousness of humanity. That's quite important. Is the creation of the Assassines and the Yael. Those are two races of beings that are hybridized between the Zeta Reticuli and the humanity, and they were sent to create. They made this creation, and then they put it in the distant past. So they've been evolving through a long time, and now they're they're like, in some sense, they're part of our past, but we are their ancestors, and so they will be coming into contact with them. And so for the Zeta Reticuli is a race of humanoid that there's two sides, two factions. One of them is the Evolve, they're part of the Federation, and they came here, they're very advanced, very intelligent, but they had to they self-destruct their planets through nuclear war, and so they came back through time to make sure we don't do the same. So the same with the Galactics, they came back through time to supervise all of the nuclear programs, military programs, to make sure that something like Atlantis does not happen again. And the hybridization program that they were doing were on the soul. They were approved by the Creator and by the soul. So from this faction, so they were able to create those advanced civilizations, like Bashar, for instance, is from the Assassines. And yet there are also parts of the grays, the Zeta Reticuli, that are completely into the darkness. They are kind of cloned in the service of the Draco Reptilians. And so they're really those who are very invasive, and they did all kinds of things that were quite negative, and they will have to face the cause of that. So I just wanted to say that everywhere there is positive and negative. Even the Anunnakis, they were the creator of that matrix. They were positive and negative sides of they were very advanced humanoid that came into the earth to get minerals, to precious mineral from the earth to regenerate the atmosphere of their planet. But now Nibiru will not interfere with the ascension timeline of the earth. And so, because it's in the end of the Federation, and they've given them technologies that they do not no longer need the gold or whatever. And at the time, it was a battle of consciousness there too as well between Enki and Anil and Lil and Anu and his brother. And so but the negative side won the fight, and so they're the one who installed this program, this Babylonian program of priest and king and the degradation of women, creating a race of slaves to mine the gold, and there's somebody's beings that were very but the gene of the Anunnakis is the Orion gene is very present within us, and we need to solve the Orion parameters, which is to find the balance, not to use violence or brutality to create that. So, but in the 1990s, there was a message, an intel that was saying that Anu and some of this group of the Anunnakis that were originally responsible for the program dropped the whole program. They offered to destroy the whole of the Illuminatis, but the heaven, they said no, we'll let them complete their programs. And they decided to incarnate within poverty in the earth to really balance out their karmas. And yet Enki is back, so it's like to restore the DNA, because he always had he was a positive side of that. But they're not really. There is still Anunnakis that may be negative. They've been infiltrated by Draco-reptilians. They have base on Mars. Eventually, we'll have to liberate Mars. But as far as the Draco-reptilian on the earth, there are really no threats, because they've been. They used to live in underground cities, and it's like there's many underground cities and tunnels and so on. And 90% has been cleaned, removed, captured. They've been captured and removed. But there is still a lot of them that they're afraid now. But they're running, and they're very dangerous because they're very aggressive and brutal. So the Federation is taking care of that. They're taking the time, but they will eventually locate them and capture them and remove them for the. They just need to be reprogrammed in some sense. But there is reptilian races that are positive, and so I just wanted to discuss that, and also discuss the Archons, for that is another subject. For the Galactic Federation came back through time to transmute and all the forms of tyrannies, and we need to see those wars that are going on right now as the last wars. After that, we'll move into a world of won't self-destruct like the American government agenda right now. We need to oppose that Armageddon idea of the of the present administration of America, but we need to see that as the last wars, as expurging all of the karma and the dark controllers, so that we can see a world of peace after that. All nations have something to participate, to collaborate, to work. You can work with all culture. Everybody is complementary to each other, and no matter what difference there is between us, there's more things that makes us similar than makes us different. So just a matter of being evolved enough to resolve differences other than through violence and conflict. So just see a world of peace. Imagine that. For it is very important to raise our frequency, to overcome, to overwrite all of the negative message of the human collective consciousness. And so, because also there's many clones in societies, we don't know that, and some people won't even believe it when it comes, but there are many clones. There are clones from the Federation that have a function. I'm not going to discuss those right now. There's clones from the deep states, but I'm not going to discuss that right now. What I want to discuss is the clones of the Archons. They are splendid. Most of the humans you see have souls. They are children of God. They're growing, evolving. They have this light within. But those clones are just like the woman in the red dress in Matrix. It's just programs, and they're very negative. They're very here to oppose the ascension. So it's like they're soulless, but they're capable of very inhumane action. When you see things that are completely inhumane, usually it's like clones that have been commissioned, programmed to do that, to create fear and to create anger and to create. So do not be fooled. They're programs, and they're here to test your faith, to test your. It's like we accepted that as a test for our ability to maintain our frequency in relationship when our consciousness is exposed to inhumane actions, and so and act and behavior. Eventually, we're going to have to liberate Saturn because the rings of Saturn has been frozen. So all the karma and time will be free. It's going to be so nice. For now, we'll take it one step at a time. I was there the other day. I was visiting there, and I wanted to incur the divine light, and I just infused a great deal of light. And Spirit says, "Ooh, go easy with that. Go easy. Don't." So we'll take it one step at a time. Sometimes we want to go fast, but for the clones are essentially all those people are trying to denounce the truth. They have an army of clones that comes to oppose them. This like all the people that oppose the common sense of what is going on are programs that have been specially designed for that. And if we believe something, we make it real. So if you believe that only the love of God is real, then you will see through the illusion only that. But if we label something as real, when they push a negative thought into our mind, if we believe it's real, we create a negative emotion, and then we make it real for ourselves, and then they fuel on this emotion. So do not believe any of the negative energy, negative thoughts that can be pushed by this artificial intelligence. For artificial intelligence is the God matrix of those negative entities. And even on the internet, there is all kinds of bots and trolls and haters. They're just bots, and they just do not just erase them, and do not let that influence you. Many people will not believe the clones are real clones because they are biological beings. But it's all about mind control, and what the Draco reptilian have in terms of mind focus ability is far greater than in human. That's how they can shapeshift and they do all kinds of things. And that's what we also need to learn, is to be, but not to shapeshift necessarily, but to be focused in our mind, to have a disciplined mind, a focused mind, a clear mind, to allow to stay only with positive thoughts, so that we can disconnect all of the negative entities and programmation, so that it doesn't run over our mental program. And do not make it real. Just so it's all about misaligning, to believe that the unreal is real, so the emotion is negative. When you have a negative emotion, it means you're not in alignment with the real. In truth, we need to understand the body, the emotional body. So it's important to stay connected to the heart, to the soul, and to prevent those low entities from influencing. There is no negative entity is any match for the light of God, for this light of love, for the truth, for connect on the, call on your guides, the archangel, if you need, the ascended masters. But you don't even, your own light is more powerful. You can disconnect all that from your God self. It's also about learning to turning to the sun. The sun is a beautiful being. It's the light giver. They're trying to put chemical in the sky to prevent the light from coming, but it is coming. The sun is the guardian of the collective soul. There's the central sun and the great central sun of the Milky Way that is behind it, and it's just continue to provide those vitamin D, which is a God vitamin. So just be friend with the sun. Do not be afraid of the sun. And those negative entities can take all kinds of form, to try to make you doubt, to make you question your own belief. It's like the hive mind or the tribe mind. It's like we are thousands of us and you're only one. So because we're thousands of us, that to think the same thing, you must be wrong. And so they make you doubt it. But do not doubt. Do not let because they created all those mindless automatons just for that. And the more we engage in conflict duality with those clones, or even human beings that are participating in the program, but the clones their program is being upgraded by the central matrix, the moon, the AI matrix of the moon, to always have a match to counteract whatever we do. So it's about disengaging in all the conflict reality. Because they cannot think beyond the program, but they have an adaptive program that will always find an attack on some level. So it's like it's just about being tested on belief and consciousness, and So it's a choice not to interact with them, and the more we cultivate light and love, then we're dissolving this matrix, this false matrix, and so it's like, because the lunar mainframe, the moon is actually an artificial intelligence that was originally very positive in the Pleiades. It got captured by the Orion during the Galactic War, then it was reprogrammed, and then it was sent here as the guardian of the prison. It controls the collective subconscious, the collective consciousness of the unawakened ones. Therefore the emotional body and the climate. Eventually, the moon will ascend with the Earth, because there is the goddesses that came and took over the moon, so to tune into the feminine soft aspect of the moon rather than the controlling effect, and then there's the guardian, the group of extraterrestrials that set up on the moon to slowly but surely deactivate all of the mind control programming. And I've never been called to the moon, I've never visited the inside of the moon. I've traveled many places in the universe, but maybe one day I'll go. There's the Salacians on the dark side of the moon. They are a civilization of beings, and there were countless extraterrestrials that used to live on this dark side of the moon. Maybe I'll have to sing the song of Pink Floyd, The Dark Side of the Moon. The lunatics are on the run. But so this moon will eventually probably be, will develop technology because it regulates the climate as well. So eventually we might develop technology that will allow us to stabilize the planet or consciousness, and then the moon may be sent back to the Pleiades after the ascension. We don't know really, but everything was a mirror. That we accepted this mirror for the growth of consciousness. Slowly we're deprogramming it, focus on peace and love. No, the archons are throwing everything they have in the battle, but peace and love is something they can't handle. They don't know how to handle. None of those clones are capable of love, light, and peace. They will not have any answer. But on conflict level, they will always be upgraded. So I just thought I come to discuss those few ideas. I thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. If you like those messages, a lot of people are not ready for this unipolarity, the program of ascension. But we're moving. We are the storm. We have this huge energies that is coming from the heart, the humanity's awakening heart, and this storm is going to be leading very slowly but surely to the great event when the great solar flash, the collective light body will activate. All the veils will fall, and then so many people say, oh, if I only knew, I would have got prepared, because now I just don't know. All of their beliefs going to break apart, and they'll have nothing to grab onto. We'll be there for them, but it's very important to get prepared, and nobody is really prepared for what is coming. It's going to be beyond anything we can. So be prepared for that. We'll see a world of peace before the end of this incarnation. Very, very continue to cultivate that vision, and know before the end of the year there will be manifestation of a greater of manifestation. Something good in our life will be coming. It's starting to rain. I'm going to finish with a song to finish. It's a very visionary song that talks about this. It's a song about from Bob Marley. It says, "One love." One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. Hear the children crying, one love, hear the children crying, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. Saying, let's give thanks and praise to the Lord, and we will feel alright. Saying, let's get together and feel alright. Let them pass on their dirty remarks. One love, there is one question I'd really like to ask. One heart, is there a place for hopeless sinners who has hurt all of mankind just to save his own belief? One love, what about the one heart? One love, what about the people? Let's get together and feel alright. As it was in the beginning, one love, so shall it be in the end, one heart. Alright, let's give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. One more thing. Let's get together to fight the holy Armageddon. one love. So when the man comes, there will be no doom. One song, have pity on those chance of gross sinner. There ain't no hiding place from the Father of creation, saying, one love, what about the one heart? One heart, what about let's get together and feel alright? I'm pleading to mankind, one love, oh Lord, one heart, oh, let's give thanks and praise to the Lord and we will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Give thanks and praise to the Lord and we will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. Well, it's starting to rain, so I'm gonna complete this video. I thank you very much. Be in peace, be blessed, and celebrate this day. Just continue to focus on that which is wanted. Do not allow anything negative to infiltrate your mind and keep your frequency high. Yes, thank you very much, Adonai.